I'm an Evo guy in a specky world, and here with us is famous doll Barbie, who we are going to turn into a Spec Evo creature. Hello everyone! Barbie is one of those toys who needs no introduction, being such a prevalent part of our world and pop culture. And now, as we love to do, we're going to take all that characterizes her at face value and turn it into biological features using Spec Evo. Please consider subscribing, liking and hyping this video if you like it. And now, without further ado, let's get started! Usociality is something that, quite frankly, never ceases to amaze me. The fact that evolution would lead to such an amazing survival and reproductive mechanism is astounding, and studying all the amazing creatures that display it is always a treat. Which brings us to a very cool case of usociality and the intraspecies diversity it brings with Allospex pseudocephala, also known as the Barbie Wasp, so called after the nickname of Dr. Barbara Millicent Roberts, the entomologist who first described the species. This wasp, as hinted at before and like others from family Vespidae, is eusocial, having a reproductive queen and an amazing diversity of forms, or castes, much more specialized than those of other eusocial insects. These castes are focused on different aspects of the colony's upkeep, including foraging for food, continuously building the nest to accommodate their increasing numbers, defending the colony, and even caring for and nurturing the larvae, with this cooperative brood care being not only characteristic of eusocial species, but particularly marked in the Barbie Wasp. However, this diversity is even further enhanced by the wasp's amazing degree of phenotypic plasticity, which allows them to alter their form and especially their coloration depending on a wide diversity of factors, including nutrient availability, environmental and climatic conditions, and the queen's age and health. Getting to collect and categorize all of these morphs was quite a challenge, and Dr. Roberts is still researching the full extent of their plasticity. Most of these castes are 100% female, as well as infertile, completely lacking genitals, which modify during their development into stingers. Their larger size compared to other wasps means their venom is much less potent, reflecting the lesser need to use it in hunting or for defense, with their bright coloration being intended to dissuade predators. This is likely an evolutionary holdover from when they were smaller and their venom was more potent, with the aposematic coloration being retained as it kept its usefulness. The brightly colored castes, often called Barbies, same as the species due to their prevalence, are the most numerous, as well as being most often seen out in the wild, where their coloration helps them survive. The castes that remain inside the colony, in sharp contrast, tend to be much more duly colored, trading the bright pinks and yellows of Barbies for light blues and browns. This is done to save resources, since those needed to form these pigments are better saved if possible, and these castes, often nicknamed Kens, do not need them to survive in the safety of the nest. Finally, reproductive males, or Allans. Dr. Roberts has a complicated social life, are the least numerous caste aside from the queen herself, and have a pale coloration similar to that of Kens, as they never leave the nest. Most noticeable among the adaptations seen in these insects is the false head formed atop their bodies, actually a projection from the thorax. Given their larger size compared to other insects, Barbie wasps risk attracting the attention of predators, and so they have developed these appendages as a way to distract their attention in a form of auto-mimicry, making attackers more likely to target this head than the insect's real head. After all, the false head will be rendered much more noticeable thanks to the bluish spots and brightly colored, dense hair-like filaments present on it. This pseudo-head is formed after consecutive molts, and will be very easy to detach, a behavior known as autotomy, meaning once a predator latches onto their head, this will fall off immediately, allowing the wasp to escape with its life. While the false head does regenerate with subsequent molts, this is a very slow process, and in the meantime the Barbie Wasp will be left mangled and seemingly headless, but still capable of functioning as usual. While Barbie Wasps can be found in a variety of habitats, they are most usually found in warmer, more humid environments, with coastal regions being preferred by queens forming their new nests. These nests will be formed, at first, of simple tunnels in the substrate, in soil or wood, and as their numbers grow, will extend into a complex nest made of a mix of saliva and whatever materials are available to them. These amazing constructions, and the bright colorations of their habitats, have caused them to be a source of fascination to humans living near them, with many hobbyists even providing pre-made structures and materials to help these wasps, who will build their nest using this and remain near their benefactor for the length of the colony's life cycle. And that's it for a speculative biology look into Barbie dolls. So, fun thing, these ladies were originally going to be based on gerenux, but as we discussed this idea, the concept of a wasp came about, something that would be more similar in size to our subject matter and that is famously similar in shape to human beings, at least in our videos. Nonetheless, similarities kept adding up with the eusocial nature of many insects, correlating with Barbie's social life, and as the concept developed, we ended up adding the false head inspired by early concepts of the Judas breed instead of our usual model for large wasps, as a way to reference the tendency of Barbie dolls to end up decapitated. True, insects are known for being able to survive without a head, look that up at your own risk, but this felt more fun and cursed, so I felt it was a more interesting design choice to go with. And sometimes you have to go with whatever option feels more fun, because, come on, isn't that why we are here at the end of the day? So, with that in mind, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. As always, here's a thank you to everyone who wanted to see it. It sure was fun to bring to life, both in concept and design. And also, thank you to our researchers and research associates for their support through Patreon and YouTube memberships. And if you want to support us too and get to see all of our creatures and videos before anyone else, please remember to join in as well. Or you can also like, subscribe, or write a comment telling me any type of creature you would like me to give the Spec Evo treatment in the show. Any of those really help the channel a lot. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time on the Speculative Wildlife Research Center.